Hello, my name is Michael Delgado and I am 34 years old. I was born in Australia, although I have a dual nationality as I was born, as I mentioned, in Australia. But my father is from Spain, so I have both nationalities. So I'm actually 100% bilingual. I speak both English and Spanish perfectly. And I don't know, to talk a little bit about myself, I'm a person who is very open-minded, who loves everything he does, who has a lot of interest. I consider myself quite enthusiastic and active person. I like to be very positive, and I try to keep myself as busy as I can all the time. I love traveling, therefore, the reason I have actually lived in a few cities around Spain, in Australia. I also lived for a few years in Istanbul, in Turkey. And although I do currently live in Valencia, Spain, where I've lived most of my life, I'm always open to trying new experiences if something interesting shows up. Yes, in that sense, I consider myself quite open-minded. I actually like to keep myself busy. I have a lot of hobbies and interests. I love playing music. I play several instruments such as the guitar, the bass, the drums. I used to play in bands back in the day, but it's more kind of a hobby nowadays. And I also love photography. My father is a professional photographer, so I've tried to learn a lot from him, and I love taking photos as well. And I love doing outdoor activities. I'm a person who loves going hiking as many times as I possibly can. Yeah, I would say actually I have quite a few hobbies, maybe too many to list them all here. So. Regarding my education background, my qualifications, I hold a Bachelor of Music, which I got from the University of Melbourne back in 2006. And I also hold a CELTA certificate, which I got in Barcelona back in 2012. Um, my abilities as a teacher, I consider myself, first of all, I think I have quite a bit of experience as I've been teaching now for over 10 years, almost 11 now. And I think I'm quite a flexible teacher. I'm very open to trying any kind of dynamics with the students as I give classes to all kinds of students from all different levels, different nationalities. I'm always kind of adapting to their needs. No, that's one of the main things I say about myself when I describe myself as a teacher. I adapt to the needs of every student. You can't, in my opinion, you can't have just one way of teaching because each person has got their own strengths, their own weaknesses, which you got to try to identify and work on them the best possible way. So I consider myself very flexible, very I try to have a very close relationship with my students. I think this is vital. I think this is very important that you have a stretched relationship with them because when they feel that you really care about them, that you really want them to learn, that you can count that they can count on you whenever you need it. I've felt how students get more implicated. They really feel much more motivated, and they really try to do their best when it comes to this. Um, as I mentioned, I have given all kinds of classes at all kinds of levels. I've done in-company classes. I've done exam preparation such as TOEFL, IELTS, bullets exams. I've given classes to small groups of people from 4 to 6 people. I've given classes to big groups, people around groups of people around 15 people. As I said, in company classes, I've given classes in language schools, private classes, one-to-one, online teaching, which is what I'm doing currently at the moment. And I've actually have a bit of experience in a lot of fields actually. So yeah, Uh, Although my main experience is as an English teacher, I've also taught Spanish, especially in Turkey. In the time I was back in Turkey, I don't have that much experience as a Spanish teacher, but at the end of the day, you just got to adapt your knowledge and methodology to another language. And since I am 100% bilingual, I do have the ability to teach Spanish as well. If I would have to mention some of my students' achievements, I have almost 100% success rate of students who have prepared for exams and they have achieved the results, the score that they were looking for, or even higher. I have a few students who are actually very grateful to me, and we have become even good friends because they needed a high score to enter some universities in Europe or the United States, and thanks to the classes we did together, they were able to reach their goals. So that's great. I've also helped students increase their level from elementary or beginners level to an intermediate, from an intermediate to advanced, help them improve their speaking skills. A lot of people want to learn the language just to be able to communicate when they travel, and I've been able to make students feel more confident, be able to speak the language much better. I've been able to make when, especially in company classes, make certain people even be able to promote in certain job positions thanks to their increase of their English level. Um, there's all kinds of achievements that I could talk about my students, but I wouldn't like to go on and on about it. And I'm not sure if there's anything else I'm missing out here, but basically this would be it. I love my job, I really do. I'm very passionate about it. I dedicate all my time to my students as much as I can, and in that sense, I think I provide different style of classes. I make people feel very comfortable and very motivated to the classes. So this would be a little bit about myself. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.